Okay, let's do another layout for these babies. Hope you guys grab some paper and scrapbook with me. Let's get started. I am going to use today these 3 sheets of paper, and I'm going to do 2 layouts with it. Hopefully. So the layouts I'm doing today, this is my oldest grandson, David, and he was in the 1st grade. And this is his grandfather when he was in 1st grade, and they look so much alike. It's not even funny. He was in 1st grade, and this is a picture of his grandfather, my husband, when he was in 1st grade with his teacher that he still remembers, Mrs. Browning. So we're going to do this layout for him and this layout for him. First of all, we're going to cut the paper. I did grab my Echo Park sticker books for school, and I have some things laid out for David that I had picked off. So I'm doing his primarily in the blue, and I have this one that I'm doing primarily for my husband Bill, and this is chalkboard, and I used this white because I wanted to make sure it was dry before I did it, so I did that ahead of time. So these are primarily the ones I plan on using. I also have my Dollar Tree stickers that I picked up that I want to see if I can use because I love that owl right there. Love that owl. All right, so first of all, I'm going to cut my paper. This one I am going to cut 6 inches. And 6 is going to go on one, and 6 is going to go on the other. This one I am going to cut it 6 inches as well. But this one I am going to cut down even further. I'm going to do 3 and 3 on this one. So we have 2 cuts, 3 by 12, and oops, don't you dare move. You guys talk to your paper too, right? Yeah. And so we have 6 by 12 and 2 3 by 12s. And this one I'm going to cut down in, I'm going to do 3-inch strips because I can always cut them down more. I think I may only need 2 inches, but I'm going to see. I'm going to do 3 inches each just to make sure that they're wide enough just in case. And if I need to, I can always cut them down more. Okay, so I'm going to do the basic layouts first. I have just a white piece of cardstock that I'm going to use as the base, just to, because these are all in pieces. So one of these I am going to put like this, and the other 6 by 12 I'm going to do like this. I just have to decide if I want this on top and this on the bottom. Yeah, I do think I like that better. And then I'm going to have 1 strip here, but I'm definitely going to have to cut that down. I don't want that wide. I'm going to cut 2 inches off, and that way I can decide if I want to use the 1 inch or the 2 inch. Oh, there it goes singing. Freaking May, don't be singing. You guys don't want that. It's okay when I'm by myself, but come on. Okay, there's what it looks like with the 2 inch. Here's what it looks like with the 1 inch. I think I like the 2 inch. Hey, make a decision and stick to it. Let me get my tape runner out here because we're going to just do this. And guys, just because I'm using this particular layout for school, that doesn't mean that you can't use the same layout, the same technique with other. Just grab your paper, whether it's a summer paper, winter, or Christmas, and just make the same cuts, and then you can just put it together. It's not about what the final image looks like. It just kind of gives you an idea how you can use your paper different, and maybe where where I put some of the embellishments. Doesn't mean that's the only way to put the embellishments, but it's just too bad we can't use both sides of these papers with every single one, huh? But decisions have to be made. Okay. And then I'm going to take this one. We're going to attach it to here. I have 3 of my granddaughters coming over for the weekend. And then Sunday, we're going to go to their parents' roller derby game. It is a lot of fun to watch. And it's not like it used to be. It's not like this violent thing. They're all really good friends, and I'm the team, so they're really good friends. But it's going to be a tournament this weekend, so that's what I'm going to be doing. Oh, look at this. I didn't get this tape done right. See, not everything is perfect, but we can try to make it as perfect as possible. I will go back later on and add some glue to this if it needs to. Okay, so there's one of the bases. I know some people make bases for their and just put them and keep them. I think that if I have this much done, it is too easy for me to keep going and finish it out. So that's usually what I end up doing. So let me get another piece of white cardstock, and let's put this one together. With this one, I'm going to have this right down the middle. It's going to be this one's more of a horizontal type layout. This one's going to be more of a band. Get this out of my way for a minute. Because I want this right about, hopefully that's pretty close. If not, if somebody gets the ruler and checks it and says something, then they get to do the dishes that night. Yeah, it's a good plan. Everybody knows that. I say that about everything. You say something about my mistake, you get to do the dishes. You notice I didn't wrap it very well, you get to do the dishes. Everybody knows, keep your mouth shut. I'm just kidding. They know it's okay to tell me if something's not right. Oh man, so I'm going to put this one up here. And then this one is going to go down here. And then I think I may do 1-inch strips, because I think the 3-inch strips are going to be way too much. Yeah, it will be. So I'm going to cut one of these down 1-inch strips. I just need one more 1-inch strips. And I'll put these others up and use it for something else. Okay, so let me glue these down. Let's make that decision and go for it. Best not to second guess yourself. It's not this early in the morning anyway. It's April 11th. And I have snow on the ground. I know 'tis the season, northeast, blah, 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 but still, come on. Of course, it's not ice, so I shouldn't complain. It's not a ton, but there's still snow on the ground. So I'm like totally over the winter thing. So then I'm going to take this one. And put that here. And then I'm going to take this one and put it up at the top. And then I just have to, oh, did you see what I just did? Okay, let's get another piece of paper. Oh, don't do anything dangerous, Ruthie Mae. Not today. Oh, man. That's just funny. That's just hilarious, 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 hilarious. I say that's a new one on me. But don't make old mistakes again. Just make some new ones. There we go. That doesn't look straight. Good thing this is removable until it completely sets. There we go. So that's going to be my 2 pages. And they look so different, but so stinking cute. So cute, so cute. All right, let me get my pictures. And I'm going to set this one first because it's the biggest one. Yeah, definitely I'm going to use this one, I think, for him. And then for this one, I think it would be great for this one here. You put Mrs. Browning there. I like that. That works. So I'm going to see if I can find in my scraps here. I need something to be able to, oh, here we go. It's not the same shade of red, but it doesn't have to be the same shade of red. And then we're to use that to mount my pictures. And I think I'm going to find a piece of blue for Mr. David. Where'd you go, David? Oh, there he is. Nope, that one's not big enough. This is why I keep my scraps right here at me, because like I said, I do grab them and use them. Oh, that's a textured one. That could be cool. This is a thinner piece of paper, but no, I think I'm gonna go with the textured. Plan made. But I am going to use, oh, I do want to write that information down about his teacher. And I had to get this from the mom. Mrs. Bailey and Mrs. Pesca. First grade. That way I'll have that information for the journaling. And I'll show you what I'm going to be doing with the journaling. I have a tendency not to always put the journaling on front. I just don't always find the best spot for it. So I've got to where what I do is I make a pocket for the back, and I'll show you how I do that. All right, and for these, because the paper is not textured, I could just use this. This picture here does have some marks on it, but the original that I scanned in had been folded and messed up. So I don't want to, I couldn't get this any clearer than this without taking his lips off. They both have the prettiest brown eyes. All right. See how far behind you are when you have a when you have a picture of a man who's about to turn 65 and you're doing his first grade picture. But in reality, I've only been with him for 44 years, so I'm not 65 years behind, just 44. But better late than never. I hit the jackpot with this man here. I'm not even kidding. This man cooks and cleans. He takes care of me. He loves to pamper me. So I'm a decent wife, though, so he should want to do all that. Oh, man. Even though I don't think he's ever going to retire, he loves, as he calls it, piddling. He likes to just, he'll be one of those old men that just kind of putters around the house, even though he's retired. He's retired from 2 of his jobs, but he still has his other full-time job. Go figure. Okay, so this one we're going to use for Mr. David, and this one we're going to use for Mrs. Browning and Billy Brown. Okay, so how we want the pictures? We just had Talk-O-Vision. I know I could go live, but you guys, I'm not sure if I'm even ready for that yet. Not that I usually pause the video. This is just kind of a scrap and chat, so it is what it is. I recently did a room tour view of my. I didn't need quite such a big piece. I recently did a room tour on my channel on my craft room, and I've had some comments about people wish their room could look like that. And guys, to be honest, you just have to just take one thing at a time. Just take one product. If you're, take, like for instance, I have enamel dots up here. If you need them closer, find a container for them to come closer. If you don't have enough room to go horizontal, then go up. The containers that I use, and if anybody's interested, I could do a video on all the containers that I use in my room. But like the ones I keep my scrapbook paper in behind me, where I sorted all of my photos, and I get these things ready to go on a layout. I get paper and pictures, and I put them in the containers over there. These containers are $4.99. There's another container I have over here, and it expands out, and it was $3.99. So you don't have to do everything at once, because if you try to think of everything in an overall big scheme of things, it's going to be overwhelming. So just do one thing at a time. If you need to sort your paper, just grab out one section. If you want to do reds or blues or yellows or categories, just grab one section of paper and start by just putting those things in categories, and then put them somewhere, and then grab a little bit more and add to it and expand them out, add a little bit more, expand it out. Don't try to do everything. Now, granted, when I did my room, the first time when I got my room together, the first thing I did was I had to pack all of my craft room up, and I wasn't able to craft for a little while until my mother-in-law was put on hospice. So we brought her to our house so I could take care of her. And so I gave my craft room up for her to be in my craft room. So then everything was in containers. So I had no choice but to take one thing at a time and put it up. It says changes every day. So I'm going to go ahead and put this picture down while I have this stuff out. I don't need such big pieces. I don't know why I'm cutting such big pieces today. And so now when I have my room and I'm like, okay, you know what? I am not going for these enamel dots, or I'm not going for, to use these dabbers and use use any mixed media, which I haven't used a lot of, but I do want to start using some. So, wish me luck on that one. But the thing is that you just want to pick out what's bothering you the most and start there. You get that organized, you decide you like that, then go something else. Find containers, go to the Dollar Tree, go to, go to Target, Hobby Lobby. Always keep an eye, but don't just look in your don't look in just the organizing things. Look in there in the makeup section. There's a lot of different containers in the makeup section, and you'll find that they're marked cheaper. Go to like the laundry area, like the $4.95 containers and this $4 container that I have. It's over like in the laundry section of Hobby Lobby. It's not even where near all the containers are. And so look in different departments. Let's see, that looks adorable. All right, let's get started. If there's anything anybody needs help with, don't hesitate to let me know, because I'll be more than happy to talk you through, help you, encourage you, whatever you need. So I have this little thing here that says first grade. And I don't know that it's going to show up really well if I'm going to need, I may need something to use as a base underneath it. So I have these. I don't know if there's anything in here that I can use, but I'm going to check real quick. There I go, singing again. You going, no, don't do it, don't do it, don't do it. Just say no, 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 no. All right, I bet we have something in here. I think I see something on top. This is one of those speech bubbles. So watch me fix it to where it's not a speech bubble. Not a speech bubble no more. Look at that. Look at that. You know what? Speaking of using mixed media, let's cloud this in a little bit or something. I don't know. It could work. Grab a dabber. We got blue and red. This is going to be blue, so maybe we'd use like a red or something, you think? Let's see what colors I have in here. Okay. We'll just see if we can shade a little bit in blue. Just give it a little color. It makes it look like a cloud anyway, right? Yeah, that's kind of cool. Thing is that if I don't like it, there's two sides. What if we add, oh, that doesn't look too bad. Look at me go. Well, because we're going to have some more stuff on there anyway. All right. Put this up. That's one thing too. When you have things organized, it's easy to just put things away. All right. Mr. David, what else are we going to put on you, baby? Oh, I want to get some of this tape and put this down. I'm not going to put a lot on there because I do want to okay, so I've decided to turn this around. I had an unexpected visitor. My daughter came in, so I decided to put this here, and I turned it over so it has just a little bit of the shade of blue around the edges. And then I've got this little boy that I'm going to put right here. So I'm going to go ahead and put that down. And I have this little tag up here, the ABC tag. I have not put it down yet, but I was playing while I'm sitting here visiting with her. So I've, and then I have this little tag, this thing here that to cover up my oops. This is an oops sticker. But it looks adorable there, right? But I do need to put a little bit, even though it's covering up that picture, I still want to put a, what am I looking for? I'm looking for this. Gotta use the right side of the stick though. This little boy running. I kind of wondered what I should do, if I should put that, if I wanted to put him, because he's running this way, but he's looking that way. But I still think it's bringing the eye, because you don't want anything that's going to bring the eye the other direction, off the page. But I think this is. And then I found this I'm going to put over here. This is one of the out of the sticker book. They're only like 6 inches. But because I was able to cut it in half, it makes it look like it's going all the way across. There we go. All right, now let's finish this page up. Oh, you know what? The other thing I did find, I keep my little things here. I keep them in one of the little containers, and I keep this little container here, and I just pour them out in here, and then I put them back. Oh, I put them in one of these little boxes. But when I want to look through them, I have a little punch here. I'm just going to use it to punch a hole here to put it through. So it makes it look like it's holding it on. And I chose red because I think it looks good. My daughter came over, his mom, and she came over, and she's a mom of twins. Well, that looks cute. Anyway, and she's like, my God, I'm raising my father's twin, because they do look so much alike. And he's got shorter hair. God, he's his grandfather all over again. All right, let me see what else I want to put on here. I have some backpacks and that kind of stuff. This backpack is cute, but I wonder if it's too big. Do I want 3? Well, it kind of looks okay right there. Well, let's sit there for a minute, see if we like it. There's a pair of scissors. There's a book. I wonder how this book would look right here. Don't stay there yet. Well, that looks good. We'll just leave that right there. I'm not going to do a whole lot on here, but I do want to do a look at this chicken. I do not know what the chicken has anything to do with school, but that's okay. We have these books. I wonder how they would. No, I don't think so. What about these? All right, let me see what else I have over here. I have a star. I have some scissors. Do I need anything else down here, you think? I could put this thing, I love school, but he'd want it off. They don't love school. They used to when they were younger, but they don't anymore. Can't say I blame them. Not too many people do at that age. I'm just trying to see if I can find anything else that might work right up here. Oh, what about this owl here? No, it doesn't have enough color. We could do another backpack. What about this green sign that says school days? I don't think so. I'm being a bit picky. All right. Let's just. I don't think the owl colors look well with that. I see too many books. We have a rabbit, a monkey here. Oh, the monkey looks cute. That looks cute. We can do that. We can do that one. I have a pair of scissors there, but I wanted to see what it looks like. All right. I'm going to look at this for a while, see if I think it needs anything else on here, but we're going to call that one. And now let's do this one really fast. Don't start singing if you may. All right, I like you there. This backpack is cute. It's big, but if I do big elements on this page, oh, that looks kind of cute right there. If I do bigger elements on something like this one, find something for the top. We could tuck this monkey in down here. Okay, what else do we want to put on here? You guys come through the phone and tell me. My husband was in Japan after we, oh, I forgot I would need to put this on here. He was in Japan right after we first met. We dated for about 3 weeks, and then he ended up having to leave. And when he did, you know, it was back before time for phones. And we'd write each other a letter, and like he would always say, I'm still working on trying to figure out how to jump through the phone. He still hadn't figured it out. He's bigger than the school. I want this sticker on here. Oh, that looks like he's walking down the street. That looks cute. But does this need to be moved? We could put it right here. You know what we could do is like build a scene there. Ooh. Hold on a minute. I want to put an apple up here for Mrs. Browning. And let's do like a build a scene thing down here. It's unexpected, but cool. So what I'm doing is I'm just putting different things and you know, just all the way across, and it's called building a scene, so that you can, we already have that one, so you just like putting this all the way across the bottom. I don't think he ever played basketball, but the basketball's cute, so we can put it on there. Here's a soccer ball. This is not the way I planned on doing it first thing this morning, but then plans are always meant to be changed. Now that is stinking cute. All right, so now let me fix Mrs. Browning here. I think she might look better up here. And then our schoolboy. That is adorable. I like that. I'm done. I'm going to quit right now. That's it. So I have this layout and this layout. And the only scraps I have is from the blue, which is okay. That is so cute. Guys, I'll have pictures of this. I'm in love with the way these turned out. Oh, I was going to show you how I do the I do a pocket. I see what I'll do it in the next video because this one's long enough as it is. Do you guys have any questions or any suggestions? Love to hear them. Talk to you guys later. Bye.